Guys, you've got to hear this. Adam Schiff is at it again, and this time he's going all in with one of the most dramatic speeches I've seen from him in a while. He's claiming that Donald Trump is using the Justice Department as a personal weapon to go after his so-called enemies. Yeah, that's the word he used, enemies. Schiff says that the charges against Letitia James are proof that America is turning into some kind of authoritarian state. But when you actually listen to what he's saying, it sounds like classic Schiff, a guy who's made a career out of playing the victim while accusing everyone else of abusing power. Right from the start, Schiff called it a dark day in our democracy. He talked about how he used to work for the Justice Department and how much he venerated it. But then he claimed that Trump has turned it into a weapon to punish political opponents. He even said the president tweets out orders to the attorney general telling him to go after people, and then magically they do it. It's a wild claim, but notice what's missing. Any actual proof. Just the same emotional language Schiff has used for years whenever he's trying to paint Trump as a dictator. Then reporters asked him the obvious question, is he worried that he might be next? And Schiff said, no, this isn't about him, it's about all of us. He insisted he and everyone on Trump's enemies list won't be intimidated, but let's be real, this is the same Adam Schiff who spent years pushing baseless investigations against Trump. The idea that he's now the victim of political persecution is pretty rich. He talked about standing up for democracy, but it's hard to take seriously from a guy who was fine with investigations when he was the one using government power to go after Trump. He didn't stop there. Schiff started warning that Trump's supposed vengeance doesn't just threaten politicians, but also the press, universities, and even law firms. He said if people don't stand up, there will be nothing left of our democracy in 4 years. At one point, a reporter brought up a great question. They asked how this situation is any different from Letitia James openly campaigning on prosecuting Trump. Schiff dodged. He said, I'll let her speak for herself, and went right back to blaming Trump. He compared it to Nixon's enemies list. Schiff seems to forget that Trump's not the one who campaigned on targeting political rivals. That was Letitia James. When asked if he still trusts the justice system, Schiff said he believes in juries, but not in the Justice Department leadership. He accused Trump's top prosecutors of being his criminal defense lawyers. In other words, if they don't see things Schiff's way, they're corrupt. That's been his pattern for years. Anyone who doesn't play along with his narrative must be compromised. Then he went off about Special Prosecutor Ed Martin, claiming Martin said if there's no evidence, they'll just name and shame people. Schiff used that to argue that the DOJ has become an injustice department. But again, it's all accusation, no proof. He even claimed that some of the people now working in the DOJ's so-called weaponization section were involved in violent rhetoric against police officers. It's a serious charge, but he offered nothing to back it up. By the end, Schiff was trying to make himself sound like a hero, the brave man standing up to tyranny. But if you've been paying attention, you know this is his playbook. Every time he's under scrutiny, he flips the script and cries, abuse of power. It's the same strategy he used during the impeachment hearings, during the investigations, and every time Trump pushes back. So yeah, Adam Schiff says he's defending democracy, but it sure sounds like he's defending his own political turf. What do you guys think? Is this another case of Schiff trying to control the narrative, or is there actually something to his claims? Drop a comment below, because this speech says a lot more about Schiff than it does about Trump.